So I just need to get more attack speed, so I can get through my attacks quicker, and then more critical damage, because I'm guaranteeing the occasional crit. So I poison them up, make sure they've all got rabies, and then... bam. Did you see that 1,500 crit? Like, what? So much better than what I was doing yesterday. Sometimes my guaranteed crit is on one of the little attacks while I'm building spirit, but even those, like, that one crit for 460 instead of the usual 70. Didn't complete the storyline yet, still taking it slow. If I go onto this, I've got Act 1 main quests that I'm progressing through, and that's kind of what's happening around here. And yeah, if I get really close to some of these, I'm sort of completing them on the way. So there's a kill one enemy in here that I should probably just do because I'm standing there. I didn't put my ravens on the bar. Whoops. Here we go. Oh, I missed. Great. Come on, walk into the raven storm. Too slow. I cast it when it's next up. So I should possibly have one raven, or 3 ravens, that dive down and attack people, but I can do a storm of ravens, like this. And they're kind of fun. Now, where's this guy? The Collector. Yeah, so when you're saying a group of crows, like you might say like a herd of sheep or a herd of cattle, a crow group is actually called a murder officially. It is a murder of crows, and that's so cool. And then it's, you know, obviously the skills is just like, well, it's a murder of crows, why don't we have the crows attack people in the game? Oh, here we go, this is the guy we're looking for. So much easier than yesterday. What the hell? My character just went up like 1,000,000 score from that one talent. Yeah, that is the kind of thing that, like, maybe somebody you know might laugh at you for not knowing, but you know, you can't just know everything. You just have to hear about it at some point. There's an event here, so let's just let's do this because that'll be fun. Okay, I can get the special mastery bonus if I defeat 5 waves. That's 1 wave. Two waves. Yeah, I really am. Like, I only just got that talent recently, so it's a surprise to me as well how well I'm doing now. I don't think I'm going to make this timer, though. Got to defeat all of these in 30 seconds. "20 seconds. 10 seconds. 6 seconds. Did it count? Yes, it counted. I got the checkbox on the right hand side. Oh my god. So yeah, what I need is attack speed. I gotta get to my 6 counter here quicker. It just has to happen faster. And then crit damage. And that's gonna make a good character. There's actually there's a class menu for every class in this game that you won't have seen because you didn't see like the stream earlier, or you might, seen it in information. But for the Necromancer, this would be where your skeletons are. But on the Druid, it's the Spirit Boons, and I really need to change my 5% additional critical strike chance to 30% critical strike damage. Can I do that while I'm just out and about? I can. Cool. So now I've got guaranteed sources of critical strike. I don't really need this quite so much. I don't know. The maths might work out that, critting just on some of my counter along the way might be better, but when I do crit, and I'm guaranteed crits now, I want them to hit 30% harder. It's going to be interesting to see if I can just stack the two things, attack speed and the crit damage, and forget the crit itself, or if it will work out better the other way. Maths, who knows? I'm having a lot of fun anyway. And yeah, if you say you won't pick this up for a month's time, but then maybe you'll give it a go in a month if I'm still playing it. I mean, there's 3 more characters, and there's another 4 different ways to play, this guy. So hopefully I won't be done with all of that in a month. Hey, an extra quest popped up. This wasn't here earlier. Blood Sermon. How fares the ministry?
An outsider. I could use your help. A dying knight mistook me for his confessor. He spoke of sacrilegious things. He said his party of knights found a secret to life eternal. A red chalice. Said the bishop leading them ordered them to drink of it, deep. He confessed they shelter now in a place he called the Sanguine Chapel. The chalice must be retrieved, and I must leave. Find me at the Bear Tribe camp when you have it.
As for classes, I think there was Rogue, Necromancer, Barbarian, Druid, and Sorcerer. I think there's the 5, but I couldn't tell you about Sorcerer or Rogue or Barbarian because I haven't even looked at those 3 yet. I think the only 2 I looked at were Necromancer and Druid so far. But it could be that, by the time you get here, I'm completely done with Druid, but Druid could be fresh for you, so maybe you'll be the Druid while I be something else. We'll have to see. What can you tell me of the Red Chalice?
The knight said they found the red chalice in ancient ruins, far underground. It was covered in dust, yet still full of fresh blood. He became disoriented after that. I could only make out a few words. Blood sermon. Sin. The man was petrified.
So it's interesting. The Necromancer, you can totally make him a melee guy. You have the option of the shield. He's the only class, I think, that can use the shield. It's like a Necromancer specific thing. But also you can, you know, put on the biggest two-hander in the world if you want to really club people in your melee rather than be survivable in melee. It's quite interesting. I'm assuming if they bring a paladin out, the paladin will be able to use not only his shield, but also like a special paladin shield if it's anything like Diablo 3 when that paladin came out. What can you tell me of the Sanguine Chapel?
Not much. I couldn't find any record of it. But the knight said it was right under the father's nose, through a side door beneath the Alabaster Monastery.
What it sounds like we're talking about here is vampires. And already a knight on the road that was dying said about how his commander died somewhere and arose as a vampire. So this all sounds very fun. And there we go, that's where we just met Anarius. And this is a dungeon that we can now see on the side. Ah, it gives a rogue skill at the end of it, so we might not do it now. I might just carry on with the main quest.
Blessed are those who bask in the light. Let our faith be our armor against the encroaching darkness. Ah, you've returned. Come, let us speak inside, out of the cold.
Oh, is she going to stop there? Fair enough. Okay. What does the prophecy say?
From the Father's voice to my ears, a spear of light piercing hatred's heart. First Lilith, then the Primes. He will deliver us from the eternal conflict.
Don't know if she's from a cinematic trailer. Definitely the intro had a bold man instead of a bold woman. That starts off the events and summons Lilith in the first place. But yeah, it'd be nice if she's in the cutscene later on. She seems to be an important part of the story so far. What will become of Vigo?
Vigo and I had a good conversation when he returned. He will do his penance. Trust that he is in good hands.
Why is Anarius here on Sanctuary?
Penitence. In the heavens' eyes, creating humanity was a sin. They cast him down. Now he seeks redemption and the chance to go home. As prophesied, slaying Lilith is that chance. When he ascends, so shall we all.
I still think that's a lie that the church is saying, that we're all gonna go to the heaven area. Nah, I'm not too sure about that. I think Anarius is just gonna leave by himself. Anarius refused to bless me.
Yet you stand before me unscathed. I know his ways. That is approval enough for me. In the name of the light, I bless you. May the light flow through you and keep you from corruption and sin. Our victory is prophesied in the heavens.
So there we go, that makes it even worse. Like, she just said, oh, well, you know, if Anarius really didn't like you, he would have just destroyed you. Thanks. Okay, cool the guy. Whoa, somewhere in there I got a legendary amulet. Okay, rather than the nothing that I've got, we're going to gain 1 rank of my heal, which is a defensive skill. It's tagged as such. The earth skill damage is kind of, you know, nothing to me. 31 thorns, so some reflect damage. That's fine. And I crowd control people for longer, which might make my poison last longer. But the final effect that makes it legendary, deal 24% increased damage while you have a barrier active. I create barriers for 10 seconds every 30 seconds while fighting elites. Awesome. Oh wow, because it gave me 1 rank of every defensive skill. I've even got the ones that I don't have points in. And then 2 in Bloodhound. Yeah, Anaris isn't a nice guy. Basically, we think that the guy from earlier, like Lothas, he thinks that, you know, Anaris is going to do nothing and we're going to solve it, and then Anaris will take credit for it. At the end, that was his prediction right at the beginning of the game, and I can see it. Oh wow, this has got one more willpower on it. Oh, but I'd lose 2 ranks of shred. No way. Not a chance. That's my main ability. Okay, so we can get rid of all of this stuff. None of this was any good. Did they mention how Anaris got out of hell? No. They had like these lore cutscene things though that released before the game did. They released like 3 or 4 chapters one at a time. Might have been in there. All I know is that he escaped from hell. Maybe we as the player did it in one of the other games when I wasn't paying attention. Oh, so he didn't do it. So I guess he just broke free by himself, or you know, maybe he's worse off than we thought. Maybe he's like an agent for hell now. Like he's been so beaten down while he was there, and they let him go on purpose to walk amongst us. I've returned the head of the crawler.
Well done. You shall have the honor of mounting the head. Let both friend and foe know that you have brought down the beast.
Didn't play Diablo 2 very far, because I played a little bit, and the way that you don't have hotkey buttons, you press like a button to equip the skill in your one slot that you've got, drove me absolutely insane, and I just went back to playing Titan Quest. So, no Diablo 2 for me past Act 2 or Act 1. Yeah, going back to an old control scheme is kind of terrible, whereas if that was the game that you was playing when it was out at the time, then you're not even going to notice that the controls are a bit weird compared to modern controls. Ah, cool. I do sometimes forget that English isn't your main language, because we're sitting here and we're talking English all the time. Yeah. Who would give a kid Diablo 2 though? Oh well, if you're a kid and then you acquire it, it's clearly nobody's fault at all. Couldn't be helped. Oh, 2,400 crit. attack. This is so much nicer than the WoW, getting your herbs and mines. Just a single click and it just pops out. Fantastic. The three-faced statue. Behold the truth that lies within. Oh yeah, I know about the historical thing about the woman that bathes in blood for you know, skincare. Oh, so my character, for some reason they activated the dialogue like right as you click the thing. My character said there was something strange going on here. Niriel must be nearby. The only reason I have to read that out myself is because I think my picture of me is here and you can't see like the extra text down the bottom. But yes, whoops. Walked through the door too quick for the game. Oh yeah. Oof, those treemen hit so hard. Ah, this time you knew the answer. Video games are very educational. Oh, so much crit. Like, when I do an attack that doesn't end up in a crit, the enemy just shrugs it off. But anytime I crit, it's just so lethal. Oh yeah, I mean, useless trivia is gotta be most of your brain space. I mean, what else would you use that brain space for? Something useful? I mean, come on. What is life, a test? Okay, well, thanks for popping on and telling me how my mic was working, and yeah, keep on listening and I'll keep on talking, and let's play some more Diablo 4. Have fun at work. Not too sure about these crows. I kind of like that they don't take up any screen space, but then again, they don't tank any damage for me. Like, enemies can't be looking at the crows; they're always running up to me, which is cool. That I get to AOE a little bit harder, because everything is close. But it's kind of bad because I get hit by everything, guaranteed. Oh, two boss trees next to each other? Are you kidding me? Ow. Oh, dead end. Wasn't even anything good down there after all that. Is this a dead end too? It is. That kind of looks like a secret path, but nothing in it. Maybe that's where the cow level's gonna be later on. Whee! Let's try going a little north. Oh, that's west. This is a little north. Nice open clearing. It'd be a shame if somebody dropped a boss ride on me. No? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking too Elden Ring rather than Diablo. Oh, here we go. That looks like a wolf down here. This seems awesome. Look at all the effects on the red.
You're stuck in an illusion created by the Horadrim. The portal will lead you through this crude trap.
Do I trust the talking demon wolf? Yeah, sure, why not?
Relax. No harm will come to you here.
Whoa. Down the bottom left, behind my picture, there's like a... It's like some kind of gigantic statue, but it's in pain? Oh man, that was crazy looking. Sounds like the Diablo 1 town music. This could be Tristram. Oh, Vision of Tristram. That solves that. Bloodied Wolf. Shroud of the Horadrim. Who are you?